Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another live stream where we're back in some beautiful Subway Builder where
You damn fool!
they've recently just dropped a brand new update. Hold on!
607 has become a fool.
Let's go, Money Cash. Let's go right now. They recently dropped a brand new update, boys, where we can now create subway networks in the United Kingdom. They've added in a bunch of different UK cities, and I think we all know which one I'm going to be picking.
1 month and 13 days until
Let's
I go to London. Also,
Lambo.
Poopiak is back.
What do you mean Poopiak is back? Get out of here right now, you fool. Get out of here right now, you damn fool. Oh my goodness me. We can all guess which one your boy's going to be picking. We can all guess this right now. I'm actually pretty excited for this. I really, really am. So we should have some shenanigans, and hopefully I don't go bankrupt. That's all I'm going to say. By the way, where's Money Cash 1007 on the Cinematic Hall of Fame? Don't even know who that dude is. I don't know Money Cash 1607. Nobody knows who he is. Lad. My hometown is not Paris, Peanut. Get out of here right now. Get out of here right now, you damn fool. Get out of here right now. I haven't updated it yet, Money Cash. Now you've reminded me, I'll probably do it tomorrow. Are you still mad that I spoiled in ×2 Pepe on Saturday? Get out of here, fool. Maybe. No, I'm not. Lol. I will never tell my secrets. So let's get this game all loaded up then, boys. Let's get this game all rocking and a rolling right now. Subway Builder, load. Load up right now. I am off work today and tomorrow. How come you're off work, Boulder? What's going on right now? What's going on? So if I go to new game, oh, there it is. United Kingdom, GB. These are the 5 new maps within the UK that you can pick from. We have London, Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, and Newcastle. We know your boy's got to go for his hometown, right? I got to go for Birmingham, boys. I just have to go to Birmingham right now. Oh my goodness me! Is your favorite hometown? Peanut, you're banned. Get out of here right now. Sonic, I might spawn in Air France next time. What? I'm just casually connecting up Ara's local station in London Subway Builder. Make sure you have a stop by Ara's house, and then the next stop is at his local Greg's. Ease of access. I use my PTO to have some times. Gotcha right now. Gotcha right now. London map comes with a free stabbing kit. Oh my goodness me, that's wild. Oh, that is absolutely wild to even say right now. Where is German? Nobody likes Germany. I didn't say that. I'm joking. I love to sprechen Sie Deutsch. Anyway, boys, we've got to pick Birmingham. So it actually got like a little bit of a description for each one of these. London says transport millions of commuters across the capital of Britain. Capital of Britain? Is that right? I mean, people in Wales right now and Scotland are like, wait, what? I thought it was the capital of the UK, not Great Britain. Those Northern Irish people right now are like, yes, he didn't include us. He didn't include us right now. Hasn't it? Guess who's moved has been delayed more? Oh, don't even tell me right now it's after Christmas. Don't even tell me right now it's after Christmas. Birmingham says, connect the heart of England through canals and Victorian industry. Manchester is power the northern powerhouse of rails through industrial heritage. Build Merseyside Transit from the docks to the Beatles' legacy. Is the Beatles' legacy an actual place? And Newcastle says build a network of rails through northeast of England. Right, boom, we're going Birmingham, boys. Normal mode. Let's do this. Let's do this right now. So we're in Birmingham. Oh, I've got to instantly change it from light mode to dark mode. What is system? Oh, it's just dark mode, isn't it? Yes. Here we go. We are now in Birmingham. Now, this is really weird. This is really weird. I can't express how weird this is. This is super weird. So here we are in Birmingham, boys. And if I zoom right out, it feels very dark. Is it normally this dark? Or am I just being foolish right now? Night vision. Ooh. Ooh. Custom colors. Don't really change anything right now. Hold on. This is a little bit more than Birmingham. Right, let me zoom right in.
You damn fool!
How far have I got to zoom in to see road? Oh, there we go.
Has become a fool.
Matthew, appreciate it right now. Appreciate it right now. Does anybody else feel like this is like super dark for dark mode? And why does it take, why have I got to zoom in so close to kind of view roads? That's what I want to know right now. What is going on? Light mode is too painful. Even light mode is too light. Now I can't see any roads. How far have I got to zoom in, boys? Right, dark mode. Let me just change some map color stuff right now. So roads. Okay, not that white. I'll make them a little bit lighter. Why do they disappear when you zoom to a certain distance?
At Emma-42VX
Is there a setting
has
for
become
this?
a fool. Seniac, I've been in your territory 3 times getting dead. Damn chicken and yum-yums too good and delicious.
Get out of here right now. Those are my yum-yums. You're stealing my yum-yums right now. Don't steal my yum-yums, fool. Appreciate it, Emma. Appreciate it right now. There's not a setting where I can change the zoom out. I think we kind of stuck with that right now. So, this is Birmingham. This is my hometown of Birmingham right now. But I feel like it's a little bit bigger than just Birmingham here. Let me just kind of get my bearings. There's the airport. Scrolling down right now. There's the M42 that switches on. This is... Isn't that Bromsgrove? Redditch should be down here. My favorite place to fish in the whole world is here. This is Alvechurch. Right, now we're going into Sandwell towards Dudley, Wolverhampton, and Walsall, or Wassell. We've got Sutton Coalfield just here. Hold on, that means we've got Lichfield. Okay, this is more than just Birmingham. And then we've got Tamworth. Right, this is a lot more than just Birmingham. This is kind of crazy. Right now. Oh my goodness me. I'm building the Rio London tube network, kind of, but I managed to build beyond the map boundary into nothing by going to Epping at the end of the central line. Damn right now. Is not a part of you that wants to maybe add in some fantasy lines after you've recreated the whole network? What's going on, Mr. Pastor? You're late. Seniac, where do you live? What street? I will show you in just a minute. No. What? I have Emerald Badge? Oh my goodness me, Emma. I heard that the E in Alvechurch was silent from a Brummy local, but you pronounced it. Alv Church. How do you pronounce it then? I put Alv Alvechurch. What's Brummy local do you know? He clearly can't be that local if you heard him. I was bored to work in the coal fields. In the fields? What? What? Oh no. Is this Paris? Shut up, crazy. No. I will starting to mark where Seniac lives on Microsoft Flight Simulator. I will show you where I grew up though. Because I don't live here no more. This is where your boy grew up. I actually see this row of houses here. This end house just there. And then my secondary school is just here. There we go. I lived and grew up in this area. Near the M6, near the canal, near the train line, which technically HS2 now runs through here as well. Literally under the flight path to Birmingham Airport. It was a very, very loud place to live. Right, let's see what the demands are like then. Now, I have a feeling that this is kind of going to feel a little bit like that Honolulu map I did, where there's a whole lot of nothing wanted to go a whole lot of nowhere. So that's the residents. Right, the work areas don't make sense. But let me just put the game into play mode and let the game just slowly calculate people driving and walking. Let's see. Let's see right now. I always get surprised on how much of the metro area each city includes. It's kind of shocked me. I wasn't expecting to have like all the little satellite towns around Birmingham. But that's kind of cool though, because it means I can create some really, really cool extension lines. Now, a part of me kind of wants to replicate the real rail, but I'll be honest with you right now. The rail network in Birmingham is not great. Nobody uses trains to get around because the city is quite drivable. It's very easy to drive around Birmingham. So what I might do is I might create, and this is going to sound weird, I might recreate bus routes, but with trains. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see right now. We'll see. Seniac using headphones to sleep away from the... planes? Fire rating, you're making no sense right now. What are you doing for? I had a mint chocolate ring donut from Bird State. It was delicious. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good right now. Damn. Where's the KFC? Oh, there's many KFCs. There's many KFCs right now. There's many KFCs in Birmingham. Right, have we done all the calculating? We're still calculating, boys. There's still 20% here to calculate. There's still 20% to calculate. When I start building where Heathrow train station. This is not London, Fire Eater. This is Birmingham. All the red dots are KFC vicinity. That is true. That is true. That is true right now. Right. So, while I'm waiting, where are they putting the worker areas? Right, so where's... Hold on. Hold on. There's Spaghetti Junction, by the way, boys. So here's the city centre where a lot of people work. But yet it's not the most populous. Where are they getting this... Where are they getting this data from for where people work right now? There is a whole industrial area here. Tearing through. What, and no one works there right now? They've got at the airport, which makes sense. You could argue they're not workers. It's more of a tourist thing. Okay, that works there, kind of. Going down near Solihull in Shirley. Okay. I get it, but some of it doesn't ultimately make the most amount of sense. It kind of doesn't, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, yeah, I might recreate the bus lines instead of doing train lines. Just for the funsies. What does this fool run right
John
now?
Dash Heap donated £2. We hello Frenchman. Something amazing in DMS.
Right. I don't think I want to look at this. I don't think I want to look at this right now. A very important question. If you had to pick anywhere, where would you go to eat? Ara said Greg's. Is that actually true or is that photoshopped? Tell me right now. Maybe they're all off on their holidays. I think they are, Doug. I literally think they are. Gosh, actually be kind to me. What annoys me is the trains still run on the right of the UK maps. I mean, that's everywhere, but I'm sure they could have changed it. That's true. I would like to see a whole UK map. Like, you could do the whole of the UK. You know, like NIMBY Rails, where you could literally do the whole world if you wanted to. So, yeah, this ain't City Bus Manager. Fine. The only problem is, right, Birmingham doesn't have a really, really good train network, but it does have a really good bus network. And it's really, really easy to drive in Birmingham. So I'm just going to kind of create train lines based off bus lines, or what I think is kind of cool. So I might start at New Street. I might not. The decisions that I now need to make. The decisions that I now need to make, boys. Just to let you know, by the way. Wild behavior. But I got caught. Right. I got caught being in a bus lane here last year, driving my car. And it's... Still get quite mad about that. I still get quite mad about that. Right. Let's do it. I mean, there's a cross-city line. Literally no one uses it because it doesn't really go anywhere. Like... all this area right now, there's a train line that goes there, and there's I think there's one that comes down here somewhere. But if I wanted to go from here to there, nah, mate, it's not very good. Right, let's do this. Why would you drive in a bus lane? Listen, I didn't know it was a bus lane. Okay, I didn't see the big bus behind me. There is the worst stadium in the world right now, and please tell me they've got the best stadium in the world. Hold on, where am I? I've lost my bearing. It's there, but where's the pitch? Right. Boys, I'm talking jibber jabber right now. Let's start the building. Let's start the building. So, I'm going to start, right, with building a station. We're going to go for a quad station, and I'm going to keep it -5. And I'm going to build it like this here, so I've got room to add in multiple quad stations for multiple routes. I actually might build it in the center like this. That's what we will do. Ooh, baby! Right. Very nice. Very good, very nice. Now, let me kind of toggle where we're going to go. Now, I feel like I want to go to the area that I grew up as a kid and around my school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one line come out to go that way, and then one line to kind of go this way, and then we'll kind of at some point meet them up at the airport. We'll go through Smith's Wood, Chelmsley Wood on the way down to the airport. So I'll make this one route here go direct to the airport because there is quite a big worker area here. So in reality, that one's going to actually follow the train line, but the other one's not. The other one's not, okay? So deal with it. Deal with it. So workers, residents, let's have some shenanigans right now. Okay, I'm going to put it into pause mode. Nah, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter at this point. So build stations. We'll go parallel. I'm going to keep this to a -5, and I'm hoping we don't have any issues. So we'll do a station there. We'll do a station there. Now, I've got to pay attention to how much money I am spending, because I will spend it pretty quick, because I do like to get carried away. And we'll build a station there. So I'm not going to build them to real life before you question anything right now. I'm not going to build them to real life. I'm just going to build it how I want to build it in the game. All right, keep it going. Now, this is all underground, by the way. Technically, I can get away with it being, like, slightly elevated, but I don't care at this point. I'm just literally playing this for the funsies. Right, could we incorporate a quad station down there? Oh, actually, do you know what? Undo. Undo, undo. Right, this is going to annoy me right now because I said I was going to build it how I want to build it and not replicate real life, but weirdly, I've got the urge to kind of slightly copy some of the realistic kind of lines, and that's what's going to annoy me the most. Right, put you there, and then we'll do one there, and I'm going to do one there. Now, these are very, very close together. It's because I want to go from Birmingham towards Aston. So, yeah, deal with it. Right, that'll be my first line. That's going to be my first line right now. And I'm going to take one to where I grew up as a kid. And then we'll bring it all the way down. And then we'll kind of bring it in and connect it down to here as well. Ooh. Actually, let me delete this one. Build. Are we on quad? Yeah. And I'm going to do it as a crossover just there instead. Right, let's roll with that. So how much is that going to cost me? It should cost me quite a bit. I'll build this one, get the trains on it, and then we will make some money in the background while I then go ahead and start planning the build of my next line. So let me bring it to there. So that's where we're going to have a crossover for a different line. We'll keep it all quad now going down here, providing nothing gets messed up. Hold on. There we go. Nice. Okay, we'll do it like that just so I can kind of squeeze through. And then run you down. Directly into there. Right. That's going to cost me an absolute fortune, this line. I just like you all to know. I just like you all to know right now. It's going to cost me an absolute fortune. Right. I'm actually going to do... No, we'll kind of keep this straight parallel. Ooh. Right. Turn that. We could have recreated the brand new... HS2 station that's being built right now, which is causing absolute chaos and nightmare for this part of Birmingham. Absolute chaos, absolute nightmare right now. Chaos, nightmare, we all hate it. Which I'm kind of building it in that location anyway, because the entrance to it is here. So it kind of is the new HS2 station, weirdly. Right, anyway. That's going to run down to there. So I've kind of got it bulked up on four lines, just so we can do some sweet extensions. Right, study for your exams. Who needs to study for... why are you watching my stream if you got an exam tomorrow? Study, fool. Study. Right. Following IRL train lines is often the easiest thing to do in the game until you have to demolish the IRL buildings. I know. You've had a lot of fun with that in the games you've been playing. What's going on? Iceman, you fool. Right, let me just now quickly do some crisscrosses. And then we'll set up our first line. It will generate me some money in the background. And then I can then do some fantasy lines, which I think will be pretty good. So spending 1.6 billion with a B. Billy with a B. There we go. Create a new line. So new route. And we're going to go. And yeah, we'll just do it red. I'll call it the red line. Because my names are so creative. The red line boys. And let's edit this route. So go there. Let me just now squeeze all of these on. Do you know what? This is the first time I've played outside of my New York series. And my New York series has so much stuff going on. So much computing power the game has to do. I forgot how smooth the game runs when you're not stressing it out. Oh, that felt really nice. Right, nice simplistic route back and forth to the town centre, which should hopefully pick up a few people. Won't really do much more than that for us at the minute, but it should do. It should do. Right, trains will do 10 and let's buy some more. How do I do thingies? It holds shift? Yes. We'll buy 100. And then we'll bring the frequency down to 5, down to 10, down to 15. Right. I have my first train network in Birmingham. Can't wait to lose all the money. Can't wait to lose all this money right now. So, it's very simple. It doesn't really go anywhere at the minute. It doesn't really go anywhere. But it's a start, okay? It's a simple start. What's going on, Peanut? What messages? So, Nick, how happy are you that manual orders got added to fix the weird routing bug? So happy. I just wish they got added in earlier when I tried to attempt to do manual routing. Didn't realize it wasn't a thing. But at least it's in now and we can do some cool stuff anyway. So it worked out in the end. It worked out in the end. Right, where does everybody here want to go? Okay, this is what I don't like. It's just everywhere. You won't satisfy that until like end game. Going to take off right now in my Eurocup. You're right. You're not allowed to land on this runway, Baldo. This is Birmingham Airport here right now. You're not allowed to land on it. You're not allowed to land on it. Right. Are we now making money? Not quite just yet. But let's get a few additional lines in. I might actually extend this line. Ooh, where should I extend it to? Right, okay. I think that's as realistic as it's going to get. It's now going to be pure fantasy lines moving forward. I think that's what it's going to be. Pure fantasy lines moving forward because it doesn't really make much sense. Now, we've definitely got to go through this area. I reckon we go through here. So I want to pick up all these residential areas and then go through. I might go and follow this road going up. Because I'm also going to have other routes that go everywhere, other places. I just need to pick up more residential peeps, don't I? So I won't worry about losing money just yet. Because I know not really much is going on. Right, demand stats. Let me pin this so I can see. Seneca loves bankruptcy. Get out of here right now. No, I don't. I don't love bankruptcy. I never go bankrupt. I don't know what you're talking about. Right. Let's follow this road. So now it almost becomes a bus route. Okay, now it almost becomes a bus route. So let me first go here. And then we'll implement there. There we go. So where am I running with this? Now, we are going to have to go a little bit deeper for some of this. So I don't know whether to go a 10. See, a 10 does it fine. What about a 9? Okay, a 9, it don't like it. So I might just do a 10 for this crossover point there. And then go back to a 5. As we then get to route ourselves nicely on the road. Right, I think I might only just take it to here for now. Because that's going to be quite an expensive one. Villa Park to St. Andrew. Could you imagine the scenes right now? Could you imagine the scenes of actually doing that? I don't know how I feel about that idea. Right, I gotta go down to -10 here. I'm hoping I can go into all of these buildings. We should be able to, because there's a nice little worker area just there. And right, let's build the tracks then. So gotta keep this to a -10. All right, bring you to there. Bring you round. And then in. So this is just pure fantasy now at this point. Right, I can go back to 5 right now. Check DMs. Oh, no. Oh, no. Hold on, Baldo. Let me just get this sorted here, Baldo. Don't tell me you've sent me a screenshot right now of you on the way to Birmingham Airport. Don't tell me that's what you're doing, Baldo. Give me a moment. Give me 1 minute. Let me just complete this. Right. How much is it going to cost me right now? Oh, okay. Do I have the funds to even complete this extension? I always go too big too soon, don't I? Let me build those blueprints. And go back to build mode. So this is where the money's going to get spent right now. Is this minus 10? I might have to take out a quick little loan. And I might need to reduce the trains from 10 carriages to 5. Right, we can manage this so far. Right, wiggle it through. And how much is that going to cost me? Okay, we can still go. Okay, I think we can afford to get to this station. We can afford to get to this, but it is a tight squeeze. Build a crisscross. Nice. Right, that extension's in. I can build it. Let's get it all sorted. I am at the parking taking off. Right, let me see what you've sent me. Let me see what you've sent me, Baldo. Let me see what you've sent me right now. Let me see. Have you entered Birmingham airspace, Baldo? How have you entered Birmingham airspace right now? He's literally in a helicopter right here, guys. What's going on? What's going on right now? What is going on right now? Aston Villa is from Birmingham, right? Yes, it is. It's in Aston in Birmingham. Right, let me just extend this red line. Edit the route. So this route will now technically should then make more money. I might need to up the ticket price, but we'll see how we get on first. We'll see how we get on first with that. So confirm that. I won't add any more trains just yet. We'll let them run their course. I was in Birmingham last night and Baldo Iceman. Did you know in this game they've added the Newcastle map? You can now create a subway network in Newcastle in this game. It's crazy. Right, I'm going to reduce these down to 5 just to save a few pennies before we take a look at increasing the ticket price. That's what we'll do. That is what we'll do. That is what we'll do. Right, fantastic, boys. Fantastic right now. I can do the full Tyne Wear Metro log. You can. You legit can. You should give it a go. You could build a line all the way to Sunderland, your favourite football team. Lol. Lol. Right. So operational profit, we should hopefully see these numbers decrease. What is it? What time of day is it right now? Hold on, let me do all time. Because this is based on the day then at this point. And then we can see what's going on. It's early morning, so we're not going to see much money being made just yet. I'm heading to Villa Park right now. You better not be, boy. You stay away from my football team. It's right here. You stay away from my football team right now. Witten Station's just behind it. You stay away from my football team right now. Get this man out of here, boys. Get this man out of here right now. Right. It's about to become rush hour. What's my ticket price? It's $3. How's it in dollars when we're in the UK? What's going on there? Route ridership, only 10,000 people are using it. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for like the underground metro. Maybe we shouldn't have gone for the underground metro. Damn, son. How busy is the route, by the way? Trains are pure empty. Trains are absolutely empty right now. Right, so demand stats then. Worker areas. We do come close to a couple of areas. There's a nice big juicy one down there. There's a couple over here as well. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Are you using light rail? I'm using heavy rail. I didn't quite think. I am using heavy rail. I didn't quite think what will be the best one to use. So, do I up the ticket price or do I make it cheaper? I might up the ticket price. But it would be good to also try and extend to some additional areas. I think I might go bankrupt on this. Because there's not really anything that stands out. Yeah. Have you used the shift plus drag to see where the entire parts of the city want to go? What do you mean the shift plus drag? What do you mean, boy? I know I can see this and see where they want to go. What's this? What's the shift plus drag? So we've got some that want to use the transit. But they're quite happy to go this way around and drive. Birmingham is such an easy city to drive around. Why would you want to use trains? These people want to walk. Yeah, I can't do anything for you. You're going to walk. You're going to walk. Yeah, I think going south might be a good option. I think heading south might be a pretty good option. If you hold shift and drag, you can see every bubble in the area when you select it. So shift and drag. Oh, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I mean, it's handy for doing this. So I can select around the whole station there and see where they ultimately want to travel to. Yeah. I don't know why, but I was really confused when you writ that. No, you never go bankrupt. No, no, that's true. I never go bankrupt. I don't know what you're talking about. Right. I am losing a bit of cash, so I'm going to risk it for the biscuit and lose even more cash right now by issuing a $100 million loan. Right, this has got to be make or break for us right now. This is going to have to be make or break for us right now. So, we'll try... Oh, how do I get rid of this? How do I now get rid of the shift and drag thing? Oh, there we go. We are going to try and pick up some people while also going into some more populated areas. So if I extend off that 4 line there, I could, in theory, bring them down through the worker area. So if I come off that, follow this down. So off there, follow that down. And then just make our way down this road. As far as I can afford to do it. Okay? As far as I can afford to do it. So let me pin these stats. Let me pin the worker one first. Right, build stations, parallel. I'm gonna still. Why did that not pin? I'm still gonna commit to my heavy metro. I'm still gonna commit to it, even though it's the wrong thing to do. I'm gonna build a station there. And I'm going to build a station here. It's the wrong thing to do, by the way. Right, residential view right now. So we'll have a stop there. How much is that going to cost me? Whoa. Why so expensive so quickly? Oh, no. Oh, no. Right, again, guys, Heavy Metro is the wrong idea. Heavy Metro was the wrong idea. Whose idea was it to do Heavy Metro? Who can I blame? Who can I blame right now? Heavy Metro was the wrong idea. Right, I'm going to charge $6. I'm going to legit charge $6 right now to use this Metro line. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now, it looks like we're about to break even here. Oh, we're actually running at... Oh, okay. For that split second there, we was running at... Okay, now we're back to running at a profit. We're back to running at a profit, guys. People would have just drive. That is true. But if I lower the ticket price, I go bankrupt. So it's either them or me. And I choose me every time. Villa Park helicopter pad has bacon donuts for sale at $1 each. Bordeaux, do not land at Villa Park. Do not land at Villa Park right now. Right, we could actually, right, makes... Oh, we just made $2.5 million profit. Right. Okay, we're going to have to grind this one out. We are going to have to grind this one out, unfortunately. Sit back, relax, and grab some snacks. We're going to have to grind this one out. Oh, look at this. $4 million profit right now. Look at that. How much did I change it to? $6. What a scam. What a scam right now, boys. What a scam. What a scam, boys. Can you believe these scams Seniac is doing right now? So we're up $5 million this day alone. We're up $5 million. Now, the blueprints for that is $150 million, just for those 2 stations alone. I've already committed to heavy rail, so I can't really go back on that now, unfortunately. And do light rail, even though I should have done light rail. I'm just so used to playing my New York series. I'm so used to playing it. Right, we made $5 million operational profit on the last day. Let's see what this next day can bring of a full day of high ticket prices. Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing. Bing, bong, bing, bong, bing. Right, we should now start to see slowly the profit coming in as people wake up a brand new day and then decide that they're going to pay $6 to use the trains. What's going on here? Why is no one paying $6? Oh, yeah, now they are. We're now in profit. Now we're running in profit, boys. So if I just did those 2 stops, they're going to cost me $150 million on their own. Operational profit right now is shocking. Right, out of curiosity, boys. This is just pure curiosity right now. You can't see. I'm now going to change the ticket price to a maximum of $10. This is just... I'm just curious, guys, okay? I'm just curious to see what's going to happen. Will my operational profit now skyrocket? Can I milk every penny out of the great citizens of Birmingham right now? Am I slightly panicking? Yes. Yes, I am. Yo, Grady Lillo. Oh, no. It's going to backfire charging $10. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not right now. Maybe not right now. But let's commit to building the rest of the line, by the way. So build tracks. We're a -5. I can keep it to a -5. To be honest with you, could we get away with a -4? -2? Try and save a few pennies. Nah. It won't. Where have I got to go with this, by the way? It's got to go up there. Yeah, we'll just keep it as it is. All right, through there. And up. And obviously that's going to run down. So just that rail line extension on its own has increased the cost nearly up to 300 million. And then somehow I've got to then bend this to go up that way. And then we've got to get it to come down here. Right, I've got to get it to go over there. Now that's weird though, because technically, right, this here is New Street. That there is the hole that you look down to see the trains on the tracks. That building here that I'm about to destroy is technically in the air. It's like the building's a bridge, basically. And I'm building underground, so how does that work? How does that work right now? Make that make sense. But I also need to have this down to a -10 because of the way I got to transition on there anyway, so it just kind of makes sense. So bring you to there. Bring you in. I know... Oh, hang on. Undo. I know I'm losing dollar bills. Right, I'm going to have to change that ticket price back down again. Let me just commit to this. Right, that's going to cost an arm and a leg. That is going to cost an arm and a leg. So operational profit is non-existent when you have the ticket price set too high. So I'm going to keep it back to $6. Scamming his own neighbors. I actually am. I'm scamming big time. Right, do you reckon it'd be worth running less trains? It might be worth running less trains. So the trains that do run will be more filled. And I'm spending less money an hour right now. Right. Probably squeeze another stop. No, I could squeeze another stop, but I don't want to pay for another stop. That's the problem. I don't want to pay for another stop. Alright, that train's moving through. See, I can manage it at this rate. Now, I'm going to repay off the loan, so I'm not paying back interest. So then I've reduced my interest payments by not having a bond payment, basically. And then we'll get the loan once we've got a bit more cash. In my head, it kind of makes sense. We'll see. Bum, bum, bum. If you're looking for money, you can yeet low demand overnight. Service is generally not profitable. That's a good point. We probably should do that. Yeah, I'm going to do that. That's probably a good idea. And I'll do medium demand to 1. And I'll do 3 trains there. And then we'll see how we get on with those. Boo, boo, boo. Boo, boo, boo. Right, let's get this fully connected up. Single. So you should run into there. No questions asked. You're not looking too good. Can I get that to run to there? That's a -5. So what's your problem? Wait, no. Doesn't that drop down to a -10? I'm sure that drops down to a -10. That's kind of going to be annoying now. Okay, a 4. Alright. If I did that there... Brought that to there, so that would run into there. It's not what I want it to be like, but it will do, kind of. It will do, kind of. So where does that drop down to a -10? Oh, even worse. Even worse, boys. Right, delete you. Find that magic number. Right, if I brought you there. Right. We'll have to do it like that. I don't like it. It is annoying. -4 generally works fine. No, the problem is this train line here is going down as well. It's going down to a -10. And then I've got to transition it down here. Oh. But it's going to delete the building. Right. Get rid. Right, build tracks. So I can't do nothing there because that's a -5 going down deeper. Your -5 works there fine. So I'm just gonna go down. I need to bring this one up a bit. Yes. Reroute down Queensway. I could do. I could route it down here and then start to bring it up a bit more. It probably makes the most amount of sense. All right, parallel. I've got to get to a 5. So not there yet. So a 10 there. And then can I get it to a 5? Hasn't got to be a 5, so I can transition it down. But I can get to a 7 there. A 5 there. And then that should be good to go. So that will run in there like normal anyway. And then this one, which I've got to do my crossover. So I do it there. That should... works. Works. That's all I can say. It works. Now, and the whole time you're messing around with that, I've actually now made a bit of money. I've actually now made a bit of dollar bills. We've made some okay money. I won't call it amazing. But we made 8 million on that previous day. So getting rid of the bond payment was pretty good idea. Because it was 6% interest we're going to have to pay. So now it's doing pretty good. Not going to be fast, but it works as it's not as bad as a junction as the New York, which you told us not to talk about. No, we didn't talk about that. So why are you talking about it, Money Cash? I told you not to talk about it, but you're talking about it. I told you not to talk about it, but here we are, talking about it. What are you doing? What are you doing, mate? Right, that is a -5, so I've got to now annoyingly... do this. Right. To build all that anyway, it's 451 million for that extension. Shockingly bad. Oh yeah, I can do -9, can't I? Yeah. Yeah. I'll probably save a few pennies doing it that way. Do 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 do. Right. From 451 million, what will this now change it to? It saved me 10 million. 10 million is 10 million, boys. I will accept it. I will accept it. Right. Glorious. Glorious. Right. So we've definitely reduced our expenses. We've maximized our operational profit, which is actually pretty good. But with the profit we're making, it's going to take us quite a few days to be able to buy the next extension. Now, I don't want to increase it any more than $6, but I'm going to try $6.50 and see where the drawback is. See where the drawback is then going to be. Bum, bum, bum. Make sure you save. No, Fire Eater. I want to live on the edge. I want to live on the edge full. Right, there's my train right now going around. Half full. So I want to see if I can drop down any other trains. Can I sell trains? Oh, you can't sell trains, can you? No. Right, there's now 2 trains on the go in medium. And then 3 trains on high. Is it 3 trains on high? We can definitely reduce some of them. And there's 1 there in medium. We'll do 2 on high. If you do not save, means you will break the game like the Hawaii map. Oh, we're going to risk it for the biscuit, boy. We're going to risk it for the biscuit. Right, so we will technically make more money because I upped the ticket price ever so slightly, which means I've upped my operational profit by 2 million. I have now reduced the amount of trains by 1, so that means my expenses will be a lot less. So in reality, we're moving in the right direction. Guys, don't use heavy metro in smaller populated cities. Or at least have vast amount of people you can transport on a line. I've realized I made at least 3 comments about stuff in the game I find annoying, but I really just minor gripes, and I love this game. I think Money Cash, while they are annoying, right, I feel like it's something that eventually will be an update, because this game is really, really new. You know, it's not even on Steam. And every update that does come out makes the game a little bit better. So I can see them fixing some of that stuff. I think it's only like one sole developer. I could be wrong. I was actually speaking to him on Discord because he said he watches my New York series. And he seems a cool guy. So who knows? Who knows? We could get things fixed. Maybe they'll pay 7. I'm thinking that. I was literally thinking that. I just want to see what this day brings. I'm thinking we could maybe push it to 7. Yeah, it can work either way, couldn't it? Light, heavy. I wish you could upgrade a light metro line to a heavy metro line without having to build a separate line. But again, maybe that's something that we'll have as an update in the future. Because you can't run light on heavy and heavy on light. I think the game needs to be better at telling depths of a station. I mean, they kind of have this, but I do agree with what you're saying. Oh, hello. They have track elevations. So you can see, let me get rid of my lines. Where is it? Where is it? Routes. It is still difficult. Don't get me wrong. It is still difficult. But yellow and an orange, it still doesn't give you a clear indication, but it kind of gives you a rough idea of the depths. But I agree. I do agree. I do agree. Right. So we're doing good on cash. I think, I mean, this day hasn't ended yet. So will they pay 7? Let's just wait for this day to end and see what it kind of ends to be. But they might pay 7. They might pay 7. I just bought another game called 00 Fist Light. Wait, what? Never heard of it. Never heard of it right now, fool. It's only bus stations a minimum length because they can still fit max trains. That's actually pretty big. I might actually now get rid of these 2 stations and do that. You know what? That's actually a pretty good idea. All right, delete you. Have I got rid of the tracks? Yeah. Build stations. So it was 100. No, it was 441 million. And obviously we're going to add the crisscross back in that I've now just quickly deleted. And the other one is just here. And that saved me... Ah! It's actually made me spend more money. No. What I think it was, I didn't have the crisscross in the first time round, so I've had to now add 15 million on top. So technically, I haven't saved any money, because if I minus 15 million, it's still 441. Money Cash, you lied to me. You lied to me, Money Cash. But what I have done is now spent an extra 15 million on the crisscross that I didn't have in the first place. Oh, I see it now, Baldo. I see it now, Baldo. I see it now, Baldo. But then you have to build slightly more track. Yeah. I mean, I only had to build slightly more track on that one. Okay, let's experiment that. Let's experiment. That would be a good experiment right now. So if I go ahead and build a station, right? So look at the costs. No, not look at the costs now. Hold on. Build a station. If I go the full length, that fight. Has that got cheaper? Huh? Has that cost gone down? No. I'm an idiot. No, I'm an idiot. Shut up. I'm an idiot. Right. 532 at a full length. 532 at a full length. Minimum length. 532. It made no difference. It made no difference, but you've maybe spent more money because I've had to build an extra piece of train track. So, if anything, make your stations as long as you can, because it then saves you on building train track. So basically, it's the opposite, Money Cash. Build your stations as long as possible because you save a couple of pennies on train track. That is the grand scheme of things. So I've actually managed to reduce it by 2 million. By not having that little bit of extra train track. Nice. Right, okay. We're learning something new. Right, what's going on here then, boys? So, upped it to 650. Reduced the train, but the profit is around about the same. So, I'm going to reduce it down to $6 because it might entice more people to get onto my train network. It might entice a few more. Come on. Now, there's nothing else I can do right now apart from playing the waiting game. Now, I'm wondering if I did an extension to the rail, whether we could see benefits. Nah. There isn't really. It's a pesky waiting time. A pesky waiting time we gotta go through right now. But I know at any time I can drop $100 million bond on top. And that will give me extra cash. But obviously I gotta then pay it back, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I think in the meantime, what I'm going to try and do is see if I can make this whole rail line cheaper. Right, so to build those blueprints, it's going to cost me 454 million. So in the meantime, I'm going to see if I can make these blueprints be a lot cheaper. So I'm going to get rid of them all here. And instead, I'm going to see if I can kind of build them elevated to get them to be a bit cheaper. So if I go to a +5, right, undo. So we're going to see what we can do. To make life a little bit easier for us. I could just make the whole thing elevated around here. Take $1 billion bond and fully build the whole network. I can't get $1 billion bond. To get $1 billion bond, I need to make $200 million a day revenue. That's the only downside. That is the only downside. Right, how much of this can I elevate? I can elevate all the way. Do you know what? Let's try and elevate it all here. I'm going to elevate it to here. So we'll bring it onto there so we can kind of bring it above ground and elevate it all the way down. This will be a lot more affordable. All right, +5. Build you there. And then, was this where it was? Demand stats? Yes. Build you there. Right. To answer your question from earlier, I am probably moving in January. Damn. I'm about to go off the London map again. Oh, no. I'm essentially going to be sending trains to nowhere. Is there demand, or are you just sending it literally to nowhere for pointless reasons? Is there no reason to send it there? Why so long, Concord? Why so long right now? Who's delaying it? Right, bring you to there. And then minus. Right, I've got to do this awkward little turn just to make this work. But it does it. We continue. No demands, no roads, no building. Money Cash, do you have NIMBY Rails, the game NIMBY Rails? Because I feel like that's a better game for you if you wanted to build like a whole UK network. Right, to there. Right, we're going for the elevated approach to save a few pennies. And I think, to be honest with you, it might be the right decision. Add a crossover there. I've saved myself 70 million. Not bad. There's still a lot more we could save. There's still a lot more. Yes, but I haven't touched it in ages. I don't know, since they're not picking up phones, and yeah, a lot of stuff, I think. NIMBY Rails has pretty meh UI. It does. If it had this kind of UI, it would be kind of cool, that would, wouldn't it? It would be kind of cool. Right, I can't elevate anywhere around here. But I'm going to try. So if I went down to a minus... See, I can't do a -9 here because that building doesn't like it. Right, if I went there. I just want to see, is there any world in which I can get to a minus... Sorry, not a minus, a +5? There isn't. Hold on. Now, I think I might have to suck that one up. I've saved 70 odd million. So I can be happy with that. We can be happy with that. Fair enough. I still feel like there's more to do. I still feel like we could do a little bit more. Oh, I can completely cut a shortcut there. Oh, hold on, boys. Hold on right now. There's a whole shortcut here I could do. Thus reducing the amount of rail and the money being spent. Hold on. Right, I was doing so well then. Right, get to a... And then to a 4. Right, I'm gonna delete that station and we're gonna bring it this way. So let's just do 5s on the areas where across the road. We delete the station, build a station. Right, turn that slightly on a 4, because I can build my station on a 4. Can't do the crisscrosses. Build parallel. Right, now build the station. Crisscross. I've saved nearly 140 million. Right. Can I build this station at a +4? I'm going to have to do it. Right, I can do it there. Right, what you doing to me, game? What you doing to me right now? Undo that. Oh, look at that. That alignment you were trying could work, though. Listen, right? Listen. I've managed to now save myself nearly 200 million. Big brain move right there, boys. Nearly 200 million in savings. Holy moly. Right, I'm now going to get rid of everything to there. Because there's more money to save here, by the way. There's more money to save all the way to that point there. Yeah. Oh, God, there is so much more I can save here. So much more. Right, I can't do anything here right now. But what I can... Because I've got to get through that building. But I'm wondering if I just delete you just for a minute. Actually, delete you further back. If I can bring it this way. Because I'm trying to see where I can kind of keep it as elevated as possible. So can I run... Okay, that's going to be a +5. Of course it does. Right, that's going to be a +5, but it's better than a... -10. That's a there. Then can I go from there to there? Okay, this is going to be the tricky bit now. So minus... No, not minus. +4 to save a few pennies. Right, I'm gonna get tripped up on that. But +4 back to a +5. Right, I know that's a really tight turn. I know it's a really tight turn. Right, +4. Saving where I can. I know it's ridiculous. Boys, $250 million in savings. $250 million in savings right there. Should I cut this corner out here? I should cut this corner out here, shouldn't I? I'm going to cut that corner out. This is disgusting behavior right now. That's quite some determination. I'm so determined. Right. Okay, undo that. Ooh. Right, let me delete you. So that's going to run... to here. They don't like that bend. So it was 250. Oh, if anything, it's cost me more money because it's elevated higher. It's elevated higher right now. Go over the motorway again. You mean go this way? The issue is because it's elevated higher. And I kind of have to because of the tracks. Sorry, the road. I can't do much about that. It was cheaper to go this way because I was able to drop down. So if I drop down there and I drop down there, I get to run that whole little strip here at a +4. But I'm wondering if I get to a +5 there, undo that. So that little strip there is +4. Save 2 million. Save 2 million from my 250. Right, that's funny. Now, theoretically, I could get the loan of 100 million and then build that. Did I get the crisscross in? Yeah, okay. We've got the crisscross in. We got the crisscross in. Now, this is underground, isn't it? We should make this elevated. Because it will save me more money. Right, so first just get it to normal ground level. Actually, I don't need to... It's normal ground level, so it can kind of stay like that, because it can cross like normal. Alright, undo, undo. Undo, undo, undo. We'll go a bit wider. Ooh, messed up there, didn't I, boys? And that saved me. Oh, another 12 million! Right, boys, we have saved so much dollar bills right now. We've saved so much. This Euro helicopter to Senex house requesting permission land. No, permission denied. Permission denied right now, okay? Right, let's grab the bond for that right now. Let's build those blueprints. Let's create that line. The blue line. The determination right there to save cash was unreal. And then watch this now lose money, this line. Because it only goes to two additional stops. Right, make it go there. No valid path change. What do you mean? Oh, it's got it on the outskirts. Do I get to stop there as well? No. It'll be pointless. Confirm changes. Trains 1 and 1. Alright, this is going to be funny, isn't it? Well, permission denied. How dare you? Sorry, Baldo. I don't make the rules. Right, off it now goes. Does it pick many people up? Well, it goes to the big worker area, which is kind of important. Because that's got a few stops there that people do want to get to. But it will be something that we do eventually extend. Route ridership. Abysmal. Station ridership right now. Damn, there's just as... Whoa, okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Not really many people over here, which is surprising because that is... You know... I mean, new streets here. So that's more like... More streets there. And then Curzon Street, the new HS2 station, is technically here. Even though all three of them are going to be combined. So, give it time anyway, because obviously we got to wait for those numbers to go up. Over 1,000 there. Are we now earning more revenue? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Get it to stop there as well. Oh, you mean the same platform? Well, the second platform at the same station. Look at us go, boys. Right, note to self for future Seniac. Full, build elevated. Or above ground. I think this game should, if you were like on ground level, the game should allow us to build through a road and just create like the crossing. I think it should at least do that. Alright, trains. Just watching how busy they are going to be now. To be fair, I'd be annoyed if my train just looped around the station before I could get off. Listen, it doesn't loop around the station. It stops here, then loops around and off it goes. You get off here. There. In reality, you probably would have an off-platform and an on-platform. I mean, that's a... Yeah, you probably would. You probably would. 18 stations stand empty. Birmingham waits for trains. What do you mean? Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. So this is the moment where we make no money because we don't run any trains at this time of day. Because they will lose money. So yeah, we've made a bit more income. So I'd like to see a full day of the new line. Now, where would we get that to extend? I think this will be the line that maybe extends towards where I grew up as a child. There's an Asda right here. There's an Asda here in Minworth, and inside the Asda, there's a McDonald's. Crazy behavior right there. They actually have a McDonald's inside the Asda. Right. Going round and round, boys. Round and round. Too low frequency, essentially. It's for a good reason. If I increase the frequency, I lose money. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum ba dum bum. Send the blue line to Villa Park. It's annoying me with this close to St Andrews. Has anybody seen Birmingham City's new stadium they have planned to build? I don't agree with it. It's terrible. It's terrible. Right. So the previous day was nearly 14 million operational profit. Can't believe you can go all the way to Tamworth. Where is it? It's over here, isn't it? There's Kingsbury Water Park. Oh, sorry, no. Kingsby Water Park's over here. No, it's not. Sorry, that's in Tamworth. It's over here. Where do I go? Get back here, fool. The M42. There it is. Kingsby Water Park. There's Hams Hall. There's a nice little fishery just around here called Marston Fields. That's pretty good. There's another one I go to down here. This is called Packington Summers, this fishery here, where I do lots of fishing. This little lake there is called Moody Molens. And it's called Moody Molens because it's either a good day, it's either the best day you've had fishing or the worst day you've had fishing. It's a very moody lake. It can't make its mind up. Right. Are you a Villa fan or a Birmingham City fan? I'm a Villa fan. So the operational profit has increased. Not by much, but it's definitely increased. So if we can do an extension, that would be amazing, but obviously I wouldn't be able to afford it. I'm also paying for the bond repayment, but that will slowly get repaid as time goes on. So it's 8 million bond payment in the last 24 hours. What kind of fish do you usually catch? Carp, roach, bream, perch, rudd, barbel. If it's a really bad day, gudgeon. Skimmers. I'm trying to think of what I catch regularly. Myself, because sometimes the hook goes into my hand. No, don't fish for herons. The herons fish for my bait. How far can we zoom out here? Doesn't show us all the areas around after, does it? No. Tis a shame. Tis a shame. Well, anywho, boys. So the more extensions we can do, the better. How much would a elevated station cost us? So just out of curiosity, oh, that's not a station, is it? Just out of curiosity, cost us. Oh, that could be affordable. Right. Providing it goes to an area that makes sense. Alright, do I go this way or do I extend this one? The circles are smaller there, but they're bigger here. Check DMs. Well, have you sent me now, Boldo? He's landed inside Villa Park. What? Get out of there, Boldo. You're not allowed to be there. You're not allowed to be there right now. Get out of that place, fool. Get out of that place right now. Right, I can have a stop over here. Because that's where I'd kind of want it to run. Or I could bring it for a stop down here. But it'll be... There's so much space around here that I could kind of get away with doing something over here anyway. But then... The station wouldn't be... No, the station's got to be a 4, right? See, I can't get the full shebang in because of the road. Unless... I built the station... like on an awkward... Now, the longer the station, the better. Right, this is just me right now, trying to maximize. The amount of space that I can benefit from. So there... There. Try my best right now to save as many pennies as I can. Okay, that was not going to work. That was not going to work. But it will work here. It should work here at least. Now, I can't go across that. So that's got to be a +5. Right, there we go. Back up to a +5. And then to ground level here. Which I'll bend that in because I've got to delete all this. Now, insufficient funds, I need 67 million. Okay, maybe that didn't work out the way I was planning it to. Yeah. No, I'm not getting out. I am going to get myself donuts. No. Sometimes in this game there are tracks that refuse to be deleted. I've actually had that happen twice, I think. Right. So with the operational profit then, I have to wait 4 in-game days to be able to pay for what I want to extend right now. So I am wondering if that is the best idea to go that way. As opposed to going down here. But the amount of +4 I get here saves me in the long run. So that's just a waiting game scenario. Right, route ridership. Blue line looking busy. Station ridership. So that's now our crisscross station. So it should be one of our busiest. Apart from the airport, of course. Do you know what I might do? Delete all of this. Build a station there. And what does that save me? 10 million. Actually, it saves me 13 million. Saves me 13 million. Now, if I was to go to -2, Nah. Because they can walk to it. Did you get a crisscross at the end station? No, I haven't, and that's going to break my bank even more. Can I do an artificial... Can I do the old trick this? No. I don't know whether doing like a loop there is cheaper than spending however much money. Right, that's going to cost me 68. Okay, we're back up to 68. Damn it! Back up to 68. But like I said, we're making operational profit 13 million a day. I wonder if I reduce it to $5.50, if that means we make a bit more cash, because we can maybe try and entice a few more people onto the trains. Could be a good way forward. It could be a good way forward. I don't know, though. I don't quite know. Boom, 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 boom. We shall see. Requesting Seniac home location. No. I'll tell you where my school was that I went to. It was... Where am I? There we go. It was just here. Hodge Hill. That was my secondary school. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. We wait for the trains. We wait for the trains. And here they are. Bing bang bing bang bing bang bing. 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 Alright, so I've technically reduced the ticket price slightly. It could either mean we make less money, or it could mean we make more money, because it might entice more people to get onto the trains. For some people, it might become more enticing. Everybody here right now wants to use my transit network. Where are you fools here wanting to... Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, not bad. Not bad, not bad. Balance over time. It's struggling. Oh, how's the bond looking? So only 86 million to now pay off. Try the Arriva bus services in Birmingham. Ooh. Birmingham has its own bus company. Forget Arriva. It's all about West Midlands travel. Okay. Get Arriva out of Birmingham, boys. That is a foreign entity that enters Birmingham. It's all about West Midlands travel. Do 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 do. So where are we at then? So does it mean we can make more money? I think we're not that far off from doing so. But then the trains have now stopped running. So I don't know. But it comes in your house, though. No, only West Midlands travel in Birmingham. What map we're on? Birmingham. Look at that beautiful Spaghetti Junction. Beautiful Spaghetti Junction. Right, so 550. Nah. $6 seems to be the magic number where anything below I make less, anything above I make less. So we can keep it at 6 big ones. Keep it at 6 big ones. I would quite like to pay off this bond. Insufficient funds, it says. Trains and out and about. Bing bong, bing bong, bing. Bing bong, bing bong, bing. All right, money's coming in. I feel like any profit we do make, though, gets spent on the bonds. It is a great shame. A great shame. 650 didn't seem to hurt the ridership. Nah, it didn't hurt the ridership, but we did make 400,000 less. Oh, you mean sorry, no, to go up. Sorry, I meant I thought you meant 550. Oh, I don't know, because I think we did drop it. All right, we'll do 650. We'll do 650 and see what happens. We'll do 650 and see what happens. If I can remember correctly, didn't I do 650 before and I made a little bit less money? Are bonds like loans? Yeah. Bond is the loan. It is the loan. Make it $6. It already was $6, Emma. Fool. Why is it not Great British Pounds? We're in a... Sorry, I'm American. No, I mean, the developers that made this game is American. Do. So we've paid off nearly 20 million of this bond. James Bond. Now, we might technically make a little bit more money today because I increased it mid-ridership, which is a cheeky way to do it. Delicious. So, yeah, we've made 14 million operational profit. But it's still not enough to do anything just yet. If I can pay off that bond, I can then get another bond and then pay for this extension. But no, not today. I think the lesson learned here is, boys, don't go for heavy metro straight away. I'm not even going to save this game because it's just terrible. Right. You guys want to see New York? Let's load New York and look at the chaos. Let's load New York and look at the chaos, boys. Absolute chaos, boys. Bam, 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 ba-dam, ba-dam, bam. Bam. This is how long it takes, by the way. I have pressed the button. It just takes a long time to load. Okay. Welcome to New York, where the save game takes 20 million years to load up because it's slow. Welcome to New York. Literally taking forever. Oh, there we go. It's decided to do something. Right, now I gotta wait a gazillion years for it to load up all the lines. So Nick, what is your favorite type of fried chicken? Southern fried chicken. I do like Korean fried chicken. That's pretty nice. I do like Korean fried chicken. Right, still waiting. Still waiting, boys. Still waiting 1,000,000 years. This is what I have to go through. Every time I want to record an episode of Subway Builder, this is what I have to go through. Ta-da! Absolute chaos. I haven't done anything since the last episode that I uploaded. This is pretty much it. This is pretty much it. But the operational profit's pretty good, guys. Let me put it on all time. Would you look at that? Forget these big dips, because I've added loads more trains to the lines. I was making 3.6 billion a year. Would you consider LA when it comes out, or London for a new series? Ooh. I mean, I would like to do a UK series. I mean, the obvious one would be to do London, because all the Americans would love London. Look what corresponds with me purchasing loads of trains. Comes with big losses because I put loads of trains on the lines. I'm guessing New York City left. Yes, it does not have many left now. I'm coming to an end. I am probably going to end up doing a UK series. Just for the funsies. Just for the funsies. If I could pick any city, though, what city would I pick? Like, if I had the option. I mean, New York is the most iconic one. That and London for underground subway systems. I think Hong Kong could be pretty good. If it also included, like, you know, China. But I think New York is the perfect map, though, isn't it? Tokyo, that's a great... How did I not think of Tokyo? Of course. Tokyo would be amazing. Oh, it really would be. But then I'd also want to create train lines in cities that are like... maybe don't have a train line. Or maybe it's just fun to build or try and build a train line in that area. Like... I know we've got Miami in the game, but imagine trying to do like in the Florida Keys, trying to build that train line going all the way down to all the islands. What else would be pretty good? I like stuff that's challenging, like islands. That's pretty nice. I'm trying to think what else would be pretty cool. I mean, there's loads of places you can pick from, but I like the idea of the challenge. I like the water element in the games. Like New York City, if it's an obstacle you have to tackle. So I kind of like maps with a lot of water on. I think Phoenix is coming into the game, or it's already in the game. That basically has no trains. Imagine Venice. See, Venice would be pretty good, but it would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? What if they had bullet trains in Japan? That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. I mean... let me exit the menu again. So, I mean, San Francisco, I like water on maps because it is an obstacle that you have to kind of figure out. Miami's pretty cool. San Francisco, New York, all great shouts. Seattle's a good one. Boston, no, and Milwaukee, no, because the water's on the edge. You don't have to do anything with it. Honolulu was pretty interesting, but... you know, water's not the obstacle because you don't have to interact with it. Now, the UK ones, Liverpool's actually a pretty good one. Because of the water to go over to Birkenhead. Now, Birmingham, Newcastle and Manchester have water to some degree around them. But London's more iconic for the American viewers, so you would have to go down the London road if I was to do a UK series. Imagine Money Cash. Imagine like you could incorporate buses as well, like City Bus Manager. That would be pretty good. But then at what point is it no longer Subway Builder? I haven't seen this map, by the way. I haven't seen the demand. So, okay, yeah. So the workers are at Heathrow. They're in the City of London area. They've got Gatwick. I'm surprised they don't have like a bigger circle on Gatwick because it's an airport. Do they bring in Stansted? Nah. Okay, it's pretty central. Yeah. I feel like there's not much complexity to this London map. San Francisco only really has BART for mass transit. Yeah, I know. I've been on that in real life as well. London probably easiest UK map. I think it is. I want to see what the Liverpool one's like. Because I feel like that, with its water, has an actual it has a natural challenge to it. Yeah. Oh, it's more than just Liverpool. Holy moly, there's a lot more than just Liverpool. There's St. Helens, Warrington. There's Runcorn. There's all of Birkenhead. A little bit of Cheshire in there. And the workers. Actually, I mean, it's a night you could run. Oh, there's the airport as well. See, Liverpool would be pretty good as a challenge. London's a very easy map for making money. The main challenge is the narrow, windy streets with big buildings. Makes it difficult to do anything other than deeper tunnels. Yeah. It is true. It is true. What was the other one again? Sorry. We got Birmingham and Newcastle. Manchester and Newcastle. I feel like Manchester's going to feel a bit like Birmingham, and for that reason, I don't think it's a... Yeah. It's a lot of... It's just spread out. There's not really any challenge. I just feel like what's ruined these UK maps is the demand stats. Don't feel like they should... They don't feel like they're in the place they should be. And it feels like it ruins how you would flow it all. Because in the UK, which is very different to US cities, in the UK, you have predominant industrial areas where all the workers are, and then you have town centres where all the workers are. And they don't really do that in this. You don't have your workers in the town centre. Like, you got a little bit there, but it should be really heavy here for the challenge. This is Newcastle, by the way. A bit of Sunderland. Yeah. London feels like okay distribution. I mean, as a really populous city, there's some areas where it should be really, really high demands. My home city, Detroit, doesn't have many people, but the road network of spoke roads makes the lines super centralized. Yeah. Because, like, in the New York map, Manhattan has that huge concentration of workers, and it feels realistic. So, yeah. But some weird bits of London demand as well. I should know where demand is. It is. I don't think it's done quite right. And I think the reason for it is because the US maps, they were able to use the US census data to kind of plot it, whereas they don't have that data for the UK, so it's just kind of made up. And I can see it. Because, like, let's pick San Francisco for example. Hey there, we are my town Gateshead low. So demand stats there. So the population's really high here because it is really high. And then when you check workers in the downtown area of San Francisco, right? And then you've got Silicon Valley, and these big plots are where the companies are. You know what I mean? There's Apple. Adobe's down here in San Jose. You got Facebook and Meta over here. Airports make sense. And you've got Oakland. But, like, I can't express how the Birmingham map is not right. Honestly makes no sense, the Birmingham map. Bearing in mind, right, there is 2 train stations here in the city centre, with the third one about to be built. So there's a New Street, Moore Street, and Curzon Street HS2 station about to be built. In the centre of Birmingham, you've got the Bullring, the massive shopping area. This is, like, where people work. And that's all you get? That's all you get? Right? It's busier here. Outside of the town centre. Damn. Seniac, what is the weather usually like in London? I have no idea because I don't live in London. It's like no one works in Birmingham. I mean, that's true. Everyone's lazy. It makes no sense. It honestly makes no sense. And, like, there's a high worker area here. This is Castle Vale. It's a council estate. It was at one point, right? At one point, when it was first built, it was the UK's largest council state project. And that's where all the workers are? I don't think so. I don't think so. Here it makes sense, because this is Jaguar Land Rover. But the building's there. You know what I mean? The NEC and all that's over here. Where's the worker bubbles there? Makes no sense. But yeah, having no one work in the town centre is wild behaviour. And here, all the industrial areas here. I will never know, boys. I will never know. Maybe it might get an update in the future with actual proper data. We'll see. We will see right now. We will see. I'm sure after the Christmas break, the dev is going to refine the map data because all the other updates show this isn't how genuine he normally is. Maybe we'll find out. We'll find out. But yeah, it's cool that we get it. It's just the flow doesn't feel right. Because if I built the actual Birmingham train network, it would go to areas with no demand. So interesting. Anyway, boys, we are going to end it here. Appreciate you all watching. Until next time, I'll see you all soon. So goodbye.